Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm the host, Joey Wobbs. This is Mr. Link. Uh, we are going to be talking about obviously what happened this weekend and obviously Mr. Link's smile. And then we are also going to be talking about coming up for this week's matchups for Liverpool and Chelsea. I'm gonna let Link talk a little bit about his Champions League matchup. I ain't gonna talk about my European matchup. You guys can miss me with all that. So, Link, how you doing this week, brother?
It's good. It's funny you ask because I was just having a great day today, and I was having a conversation, and they were like, "You're in a really good mood," and I couldn't put a finger on it, and then I remembered I had this show coming up at 6, and I just thought back to and how happy I was on Sunday, and I was like, they asked if I got laid, and I was like, "No, I didn't," but it kind of felt like it, so. I don't know if this shows the state of my fact that I'm happy that we got out of that game scathe-free. Um, I think that's the best way to put it. But I'm happy. The result was the most important thing. It's still early in the season, so performances are good, but results are more important. So, dub. And it's another test, another test. It's not the test. I don't know when the test comes, but it's another test. So,
All right, talk on the game.
talk on the game. Where do you want me to start? You want to start? Because I
I
have so
mean,
many
what do you
points. I
think?
feel
What did
like
you
I
think
can
about the
just,
result?
start
I
the fire
mean,
now.
what did you think about how your team played?
It
And
was a
what do
deserved
you think
win.
about what we did?
Okay, so I think it was a deserved win for us. I want to get that out there first. Definitely a deserved win. I wanna say though that we were tested, and any narrative saying that you guys were little bros can't. But if you look at how the game played out, you guys played very well, and you had longer spans of dominance than we did at Anfield, which is can be if you want to be negative about it, but it should be given as props to you guys and how far you guys have come in such a short time, and kind of backs up. But I think I was nervous more of just what the fan blowback would be if we didn't get a result, but the game itself didn't have too many chances, if any, if I'm being honest, like too many clear cut chances. And just going back to our previous conversation, I think most of the situation to find Cole Palmer in to open up defenses, he wasn't allowed to get into those spaces.
But
Other
you
than
were
that
wrong
one shot
about
he
how you
had,
defended Cole.
um, he played resilient.
But you were
Yeah,
very wrong on
yeah,
how you
we
defended Cole.
discussed
You
this. So
defended
I
Cole
thought
with a man marker. You were
I
wrong
did.
about that. You man marked
I
Cole
didn't
in the
think
entire
that the
game.
pivot. Yeah, yeah, but I didn't think that we were going to start with the pivot that we had.
I don't think it would have made a difference.
Selection. So the tactic was completely wrong.
I don't think that would have made a difference.
I think it does because no, it does because McAllister man marking on Curtis doesn't work the same. McAllister gets beat more than anybody else in the Prem on the dribble. And I think Curtis won 5 tackles and had 5 duels won. Like McAllister doesn't do that. Which, but
Interesting.
we can hop straight into that. I think we benefited from the selection. I think the South Americans being out helped because it gave us stronger options off the bench, and it made sure that Curtis Jones started. I think Curtis Jones was pretty first half as far as on the ball. Classic Curtis Jones shit. Taking too long on the ball, indecisive. I think he could have had a goal and assist in the first half. And at least another key pass. Everyone saw when he took too long to place the line. He had an opportunity before that where I think he doesn't play, and then obviously the Nunez potential assist. So yeah, but Curtis played really well, and I know for it's the same Alistair will ever play the 10 in this system is the same reason why Curtis Jones was better for that role that was required of him. So,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
the
gonna be
defense
honest with
played
you
well.
here, okay? I'm gonna
Best
be
center back
honest with
duo in
you
the
after
league.
watching the game a second time.
Go ahead.
The way that you guys played, if you don't
Let's see it.
have that Anfield crowd, if it's at our ground and we play same game over again, but it's at our ground, that game ends 1-1, bro. I'm being serious.
Are,
I'm
like,
being so
are we
serious,
really
bro.
going there
If
with the
anything,
referees? Like,
it ends 2-2.
there's some.
But here's the thing, right? And I'm not really gonna talk too much about the Jadon Sancho foul because you guys, after watching the Salah foul, I can see a case there for why you guys were upset about it. I just think that the way
That's
that we
okay.
played that game was naive. We fed into what an older team would want. Okay, let's just put it in that manner.
Exactly.
You guys are in an older team. We fed into it with the crowd, with the. That's why when I say at Anfield, if this is at Stamford Bridge,
Colwell.
I don't think that those types of tackles that Levi Colwell would made at Anfield, I don't think he makes them at Stamford Bridge. I just think that the heat of the moments for a young
Correct.
kid, and he's very young still. Like we criticize this kid, and I criticize the shit out of him. He's still extremely young, and he's a very quality center back. He will be a quality center back for years to come. I believe that, but I need a partner for him. Tosin wasn't great. Okay, he wasn't great. The foul on Jota was just a foul. I'm not anybody telling you that it's a red card. If you actually go watch Jota, he pulls Tosin down. Okay, like outside of the tug and the grab and situation, it's a foul. Okay, but a red card, there's no way it's a red card. There's no way. There's absolutely zero.
It's not a red. The foul, the contact starts before the contact starts before halfway line.
Now, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through some of our players because you went through a lot of yours. We could start with Jadon. Jadon, for me, wasn't aggressive enough in this game. Especially after he got what? Did you say something?
What I was just performance. No, I just
he wasn't aggressive enough in this game, especially after the first tackle that Konate put on him, because that's what I wanted. Remember, I told you I wanted Konate to get pulled out of those positions. After he did it once, he just never went back to it. And that was probably the most frustrating part about Jadon's game in that game, was because he had the capability of getting to the areas that he needed to get to. He just wasn't. And not for anything, you guys did do a good job on double teaming him. Like quite often you brought help for Trent. And there's no reason why you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Right? There's no reason why you shouldn't have. Like you brought, I mean, and it's tough to do that when it's 2v1 and you don't have the pace to get in behind as quickly as you would like to. That's why when Neto came in, it caused so much more problems for him on that side, because Neto he hits you with the pace and he's just gonna go. Not only with the pace, he has the technical ability to get around you on top of the pace. So it's in the short spaces, right? Like that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's like with Neto, it makes Trent play deeper because, like we were talking about, Sancho's diminutive stature. Trent's gonna want to get close to him, not let him get cutting and drag. With Neto, he's got to back off, and so that makes the rest of the line back off. And you kind of saw that with that right when you scored the goal. Line is slightly deeper, and a slight mishap by Konate. and now Jackson's in on goal.
Don't worry,
I
Nacholini. We'll
think,
pay you.
but I think
I'll take
Salah
for
can
20 million.
extremely-
I'll take Jaden Sancho all day long, man. 20, 25 million. I'll take him all day long. It's a steal.
Yeah.
Like just because he
Salah-
didn't show up in this
Salah
game doesn't mean
didn't
anything
get
about
enough credit
Jaden
for his
Sancho, to be
defensive work.
honest. But let's get through the rest of the team. We go through the front line. Cole Palmer, he had probably one of his worst games that I've seen him in. Didn't get involved enough when he wanted to get involved more. He was getting involved in the wrong ways. But I don't blame him for that. I just think that that's something that now we've seen it twice where you've been man marked the entire game. So if you're gonna get man marked, you need to play with your winger more. He was trying to drop that back deep. Those are your two options, but dropping back deep to come and create is something that I would rather have our midfielders that were in the 8 positions that were way too high up the pitch in the second half trying to press you back. I have words for that later, but we can talk about that later. Cole, not his greatest game, but this notion that he disappears in big games is absolute myth. He has multiple man of the match performances in big games. He has a man of the match performance against Arsenal, two man of the match performances against Spurs. Like even if he's not creating an assist, if we're doing this GA merchant shit, that's cool. In this game, he was awful, and I'll move on from that. Okay, he was just awful. Like he didn't get on the ball when he got on the ball. He didn't make the type of movements that I thought he would make to create for himself was not. He didn't make any type of darting runs behind the center backs. Like it was like unlike what I've seen from Cole Palmer.
Nope.
But
he didn't
it was
anywhere
a
near
lot
that
on
area.
the tactics itself. I'm not gonna lie. The tactics itself and the way that it was set up, there wasn't a lot of space for him to be able to do that in a lot of the game. Like it really was for the most part. You guys gave us space.
Gusto was getting in the best positions and a right back.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's not being picked up. You know what I'm saying? Is the thing is Palmer would vacate the space, right?
Yeah, but
Palmer would vacate the space, and Gusto had 2 shots, right? And he was playing left back, by the way. Gusto had 2 shots, but like those
started
they
at
went
left back
to the moon, right? But it was because the reason why he had the 2 shots, because when I said I rewatched it, the reason he had the 2 shots was because Palmer would vacate the space. Jones would run with him. The ball would be on the outside area with Sancho. Gravenberch would come help, and then there's nobody in the fucking midfield. It's Szoboszlai following Caicedo, and if you have Gusto roaming into those areas, he's gonna have nobody marking him, unless the winger is gonna come all the way back, and Salah ain't gonna do that. So it's like. But
Salah did.
That's why Gusto had the opportunities that he had. Those 2 opportunities he had to shoot, and he hit them to the rosette. And Gusto's the understanding of what Gusto's supposed to be doing on a game-to-game basis is it's a very misconstrued idealism of this inverted fullback and what they're supposed to be doing and what ends up happening to them a lot of the times because they're inverted. That's why, in my opinion, Cucurella is the inverted left back. Like if you're gonna invert a left back, you don't play Gusto, you play Cucurella. Cucurella, that's his position. That's what he is. It's like he's probably a midfielder by trade, if you want to put it in perspective, if you want to put it in like what he was trained as, came from Barcelona Academy. Like he was trained as a midfielder more than likely. And they moved him back there because they saw his defensive qualities. Like that's it in the end. Like there's no thing to it other than that, right? To me at least, there's just nothing to it. And like the back, I kind of hit
ability that much.
And Tosin, Robert Sanchez just proves to us once again in big games, he is who he is. Okay, like when he plays up against some of these other teams, he looks okay. His distribution is like fucking rolling dice, bro. Like you need a one.
I
You need
told
to
you
hit a one
this.
once in a
I
while.
told
You
you
can hit a
this.
one once in a while, but it's 1 out of 6, right? You need to hit that one once in a while. Sometimes the ball's a 2 and it's all right,
Right.
but you're still rolling the dice. And you get that 6 sometimes. That shit's hitting you, coming right back at you, really quickly. And he had a couple of those balls too, right? He had a couple of those balls too. So, and the reference is supposed to be backwards. I should have done snake eyes as the bad pass, 6 is the good pass, but beyond that, Nico.
Okay.
Nico actually in his moment, I asked one thing from Nico. You're gonna get your moment. Can you finish it? Did he do that? Yes, he did.
And he did.
Goes to Nico. So that's all I got to say about that. Outside of that, though, I do believe we probably should have drew this game. I don't think that like the what you guys created outside of like the two, like if we want to put penalty to penalty, there was another one that Sancho could have earned on the outside corner of the box that he got taken down from. Like penalty for penalty, we go and we can do this. But realistically, when I say like chances for chances, it's like Viega had a header that he should have done better with. There was other chances that we had that I think that we could have done better with, and there's chances that you had that you think you could have done better with. But when I say like the context, the overall factor of the game, I do believe this was a draw. Like I don't think that you could say that you're that much better than us. Like if you want to put context to the game, like remove score from it, just truce, like remove the score from it, like context of the game. Like I don't see you guys as a team that's substantially better than us. I see a team that's been together way longer than us. I see a team that has a lot more cohesion. Yeah. I see a team that has been part of top flight football for a lot longer. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, if we start talking about what we start talking about what the future holds, right? If you don't have that man, that Egyptian man in the end next year, this game is like because I don't believe you guys are losing Trent. Okay, so this game to me is as even as you can see next year, especially if you lose Salah and our team doesn't get anybody, right? We don't get anybody, and you guys don't get anybody. We're just with the assumption that you're losing Salah, right? We probably have the edge attacking wise, just the edge in the way that our attacking, the way that we attacked you guys. Salah was the creation. The whole entire attack went through his side. The entire attack went through his side. Once Gakpo had a chance.
Well, that's because Gusto started so high.
Well, that's because Gusto was inverted.
We looked at your wing backs. Yeah, exactly. Gusto was so inverted that we had to go down that side. And then because of the way you were pressing, our only release for about 25, 30 minutes was that ball from Virgil to Salah. Like Salah was our outlet that game. I think in that game, Salah being the outlet is why you could say, well, we don't win without Salah. But I think that we overall just have better experience. We have more experience in big games. We know how to navigate games.
I said that.
Regardless of who the coach is.
I said that in your attacking places, it's not as clean as it looks. Like what that we only got to play Diaz for 5 minutes, right? So I don't get to say much more outside of that, right? I only got to play against Diaz for 5 minutes, and Diaz didn't get to play against Reece James either. So it's like we don't know what the fuck would have happened if we saw what it looked like with that side too.
I don't
like,
think Reese's legs are ready for that test yet.
But he was still gonna play 50 minutes. He played 50 minutes
better
than we would have had. Huh?
I know.
Like, I mean,
all I'm saying, it's not even a thing
Diaz
about
started.
Reece. We wouldn't have known. Like, I think the mat. No, I feel you. I just think Gakpo's play style doesn't necessarily lend to Reece having to do full-on sprints.
That's fair.
I'm just talking about his legs. Nothing about playing. He played fine.
That's fair, but I just I said, the only way you outlet that is
got to take forever to get started.
If we let Trent hit a switch, which was not something we were letting. We were not letting Trent get on the ball much. It was mostly let Virgil, let Konate hit the ball. And to me, I don't think that the way that we set up against this was wrong at all. Like, I don't think the way that we played was wrong at all. Anything that he did outside of when he brought Enzo in, okay? And it's not bringing Enzo in itself. It's how Enzo played. It's why do we have 2 8s up the field in the half spaces? Like, I need Enzo picking up the ball in the back line so he can make a line breaking pass. Like, if he's not gonna do that, he's not useful, bro. He's not fucking useful. So it's like I don't need.
But
like, bro, I'd rather see fucking KDH in the half space more now than fucking Enzo in that half space. At least I know if the ball goes to the wing, KDH is gonna overlap the guy. I know KDH will overlap him because that's what the position's designed for. I know Enzo is not doing that. Like, you're not picking up the ball in that area and doing anything. You're just standing there. And, like, that was the second half.
Yeah.
Like, him bringing in Cuckoo, putting him on the left. Like, these are all things that, like, I don't fucking agree with for him to try to change the game. Okay? But outside of that, I'm backing this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is, like, from this game, I'm backing this manager.
You should.
Like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm backing the fuck out of him. Like,
let me say some. You
go.
You back your guy, but like, this is my thing. I don't think there were glaring mistakes, but he got the lineup wrong in that I think he should have inverted the other side considering the selection he had available to him. I think your left side is available, but Gusto can't be inverting as high as he was required to do against us. That's my only.
But here's the thing:
agree with your
availability, because, like, though, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, availability. Yeah.
No, if we had the availability,
no, but I would have just inverted
that
Reece
wouldn't have
instead
happened.
of Gusto.
But we had Cucurella. If we had Cucurella, right? If we had Cucurella, we wouldn't have had to invert from that side. Okay, we never invert from that side. That's the thing. We never invert from that side when we have Cucurella. Cucurella stays tucked in most of the time. But the other side of it is that,
so I couldn't hear that. So you said you only invert from the right?
Let me finish. The other side of it is that we didn't have Wes, who is most of the time our wide center back who covers those areas. So what we wanted to hide Tosin's weakness which is covering wide areas, which then we had to invert from that side. It wasn't with our availability, it would have had to be the left side. Is my thing. It's not like otherwise we would, like, we normally in almost every game this year we've inverted from the right. Literally every game, bro. It's just because we didn't have Wes and we didn't have Cuckoo, we had to invert from the other side, and we held on to Reece for this game too. Like I don't think here's the other thing is I don't think Reece would have started if Cucurella was available. I don't think he would have started.
No, he wouldn't have. No, Gusto would have started.
I really don't think so. Like, and like, kudos to Viega too, dude, because he did a good job on Salah afterwards. He's a young kid, bro, playing against a guy like that, bro. Like shit happens, you know. Like you're gonna get cooked once in a while. It's not gonna be perfect, you know. Like that's the thing is like these guys, people act like when you play a team like this, when you play City, the two teams we had to play you and City in the first 2 months of Enzo Maresca's career. And those are our 2 losses. So it's like how much can you be mad about that? Like these are 2 established teams.
You have to look at those as blessings. Yeah, but don't
They're
look
lessons,
at it as
bro.
these are blessings.
They're lessons
like
for
these
that
are
team.
Things you'd rather get the blessings and lessons because you want to get this stuff now instead of having some false narrative about your team, thinking that you just are ready to go. Like you said, you have an accurate depiction of your team right now. You're growing, you're improving.
But here's the thing: is I never
better than
thought
the majority of the teams, but you have work to do, and you need experience.
I never thought that. I never thought we were good enough for a title. Like I knew we were getting top 4. I knew we were getting top 4, and I still this team should still get fucking top 4, like 100%.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. You say you're not in charge, but I have not seen anything to make me confident about City or Arsenal yet. So you say that, but if the rest of the league doesn't show quality, and you might be there just by your performance on the table. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Right, but I think that here's the thing. I don't believe Arsenal has this in them. Okay, here's my thing: is I don't believe Arsenal has this in them, but I feel like City has this, like this thing in them that they just can find a way to finish games. Okay, like they always find a way to finish games.
Yeah,
and with Arsenal, it's just you don't have that level of killer instinct to be able to do so. Where for us, especially against bro, outside of Villa, and I mean Newcastle will be a challenge, but I still, with the way that Newcastle is playing, I believe we put 3 past them. Like I watched Newcastle last week. I can see their midfield has to be perfect defensively for them to keep themselves into games. It's like you're gonna do that against Cole. We'll see. Let's see Cole keep on having bad games. I doubt it. Like he's gonna find himself out of this on his own.
It's not even bad games. Like I don't think it's form. I think he's the best defenses in the Prem back to back. Like let's not discount Forest. They're 8th in the table now, right? And it's
they
how
have
many
like
teams
3rd in goals
tactically
too.
And from a player. Exactly. Yeah, Forest is cooking. But how many teams can do what Forest did defensively? Like, can you meet those requirements? Like, can you afford to have a midfielder running around and then have your defense be able to stop your other people?
Without Botman, we put 3
past Cole Palmer had a quote-unquote bad game. And exactly.
Without Botman, we
Cole
put 3
had a quote-unquote bad game. And you chances. Like you still created chances without Cole playing well. And that's what you said before the game, that you can't just stop Cole, and you're right.
Yeah. I knew that though.
You're right.
I knew that this team quality wise was too good. Now I got one word. I got a couple words for Nani Madueke, and then we'll move on to our other games. So Nani, my man. Okay.
Boo.
I know you didn't have the support
it.
that I thought you would have. Okay. I know you didn't have the support that I thought you would have. In that area, like you normally do. But my dude, you need to take him outside every fucking time. Like
it worked.
Robertson is a 30-plus-year-old man, and props to the dude.
Yeah.
But my guy, take him outside. You were cooking him outside, and then all of a sudden you decide, I want to try to get it. Bro, Virgil is right there. take him outside. And if you can't do it, you shouldn't be on the fucking pitch. That's all I got to say. Okay, I thought you would be better about it because you've been better about it. But in this game, you frustrated the fuck out of me about it. You need to take the guy outside. You are a physical freak, by the way, okay? You are a physical freak. The way that you can dribble, your agility on the ball, and your quickness, okay? Take the fucking guy outside to your right foot and cross the fucking ball into the dangerous area. If you can't do it, Neto will, okay? Like, that's it. Like, that's what I need from you, okay? That's what I need from you. And Enzo Maresca, do not fucking play in Cuckoo on the wing anymore. There's no fucking reason to not have that kid in the box. There's no fucking reason not to have the kid in the box. He's one of the most dangerous players in the box. He's in the box. If you keep him outside the box, what is he doing? Yeah. Just fucking trying to take someone from the outside. You might as well had Mudryk out there. Like, and I'm not saying just because I have the Mudryk stocks. Like, fucking, you might as well have had Mudryk out there. Like, yeah. Like there was just a couple of things that were a little frustrating. But overall, this is my manager, okay? Like, I'm backing the fuck out of him. Like, that's it. Plain and simple. So what you got? You guys got Arsenal.
It's experience. We got Leipzig before Arsenal. One step at a time, brother. One step at a time.
Okay, so Leipzig's not an easy game.
If we're going to talk about Arsenal, correct. I'm worried about Openda. I haven't done my research. I'm going to be game tomorrow. I'm hoping for slight rotation. However, I'm on fraud watch because my boy lined up. So the chickens are going to come home to roost on my Nunez talk real soon because he's going to be in the lineup starting for the next couple. There's no Jota and there's no Chiesa. So, and he doesn't.
You don't think
Slot
he does
doesn't play
Gakpo
as striker. So Nunez is our starting striker for.
How long's Jota out for?
Because if he wanted, I don't think it's been disclosed yet. But it came against you guys. He didn't put Diaz on. He put Nunez on. You know, he could have moved Gakpo to the 9 if he wanted to.
That's true. But I don't think he wanted to risk Diaz. Just like he didn't want to risk
I feel you.
McAllister just because of him coming back from the South America.
You say that, but we don't have a backup striker after Nunez. We have a backup winger. So yeah. So my guy's starting for that. But I think we'll get a victory just because we play well in Europe, and I think experience. I think we'll just navigate that maybe a 2-1, maybe a 2-1, maybe a 2-0. Not too sure. But with Arsenal, I'm just because all of their injuries that they have coming up. A lot of injuries, but it's a must win and it's a revenge game. We have to win that game so that as far as getting points and trying to knock them further down.
Well, bro, you want to know something?
I told you since the beginning.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
You guys, Calafiori just got injured. Even not that it fucking matters, to be honest, because he can't defend outside areas. But they don't have another left back. It's curtains, bro.
Well, I thought once
it's curtains.
I wasn't really worried. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's easy to say that now. Once Saliba got the red, I wasn't really worried because Saka's a maybe, and that's their whole attacking system. So. If we're being honest,
Saka is a maybe.
Away from set pieces.
Calafiori's out. Saliba's out. It'll just be Gabriel over there with who probably
Odegaard is definitely out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's probably going to be Gabriel Zinchenko.
Dude, Rice might have to play center back.
That's his position.
Exactly. Zinchenko against Salah.
That's his position.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Rice is a
Clem's
center back.
position.
Rice is a center back, bro.
He
That's
is,
his-
and it's gonna be funny. It's not gonna be funny. It's not gonna be funny because Declan Rice,
Now he's gonna pick up the ball from
and he's gonna put
pick
on
up
a
the ball from
master
the
class
goalie and
against us,
just
and I'm gonna be
run
pissed.
down the field with it like he's Rudiger or some shit. Watch him play a back five.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
it wouldn't surprise me.
I really
wouldn't
wouldn't be
surprise
surprised
me.
if they played a back
And he
five
just
again.
gives us
Man,
a
Saliba
back
being
five,
out
Martinelli
and
and Trossard up top.
Fury. Yo, back to Zinchenko you go. Pull out Tierney from the fucking depths of hell.
I think it's I think it's Zinchenko has to play against Liverpool. I think it is only fitting. They talk
Like
about
I
all the
said.
squad depth, so we'll see. But
Yeah,
I hope those players recover. That injuries suck.
it might be
don't want
Timber
that
over there,
juju.
depending on if he's healthy or not. That's the only thing I can say. But even then, that's still not a good matchup.
If he's healthy, he's starting.
Who, Timber?
No, Timber will start, and I like with no Saliba. I like whatever matchup we have, because I can see a Gabriel red card on Nunes. Like I can see that.
Gabriel Nunez
So,
is going to be such a cunt.
Let's handle
the entire
Leipzig.
game. He should have been sent off too.
That's what they're
This
going to
bum
try
ass.
and get
He
in.
should have been sent off too.
Who?
Nunez. Yeah. What are you looking at me
For
like
what?
that for? He should have been sent off too. Right before his yellow card, he slides
what?
tackle. He slide tackles Badia's shield from behind. Yellow. Then he makes another yellow card challenge because he got the yellow. So yes, he should have been sent off. But since he was just a sub,
I only saw one yellow.
Yeah, you only saw one yellow because the ref was like, I'm not even gonna get into a ref.
No, that's a double
split.
yellow.
I ain't gonna get into
That's a
ref.
double yellow at the bridge. That's a double yellow at the bridge for sure.
Like I said, it's a I said this game if it's at the bridge, this game is not the fucking same. Okay, it is not the same. But kudos to you, you guys deserved it at Anfield. There's the element of Anfield that you have to overcome, and we were not capable of overcoming it this time. Plain and simple.
Arnfield.
Huh?
Say it correctly. Arnfield. But after this game though, I don't know who has the higher.
Wait, say that again?
I really don't.
What? Say that again. Though.
I don't know which team has the higher ceiling for this season. Yeah. Which team has the higher ceiling?
I know, but what are you? Which two teams are you talking about? What teams are you talking about? Like mine and yours?
Liverpool and Chelsea. You. I lost you for a second.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Well, you guys have the better trajectory. There's a pretty good quote. There's a pretty good quote that came out earlier. I kind of agree with it. There's something about how Arne Slot had to come into Liverpool, and he already kind of had the house built. He just had to put some fortification beams into it. You know what I'm saying? He just had to fortify the beams on the inside. Where fucking Enzo Maresca had to start from the fucking he just had the foundation already done. That's all he had. He had the foundation done. He had to start and build. He had to build the entire house, and he's like halfway through it, where your house is pretty much built.
Yeah.
You could use another beam in the middle.
You
know, you could use another beam in the middle, but your house is pretty much built. I don't think that we'll have a tougher game.
You say that.
I don't think we'll have a tougher game this side of the year than what we just played.
No, you won't. You won't. But the narrative going into the season was, is our foundation as good as Liverpool fans may think it is?
Really? That was the narrative?
If you
I
think
never
about
thought
it,
that.
is
No,
people were trying to show that.
What was the narrative was is you guys didn't want to spend a fucking dime and you should have got a midfielder. That was the fucking narrative. I feel like we're flipping the narrative here. Like
But
that was the
but
narrative.
the
You guys
narrative
don't want to
been
spend
that
any
for
money and you should have got a midfielder. That was the narrative before the mid. Now you guys got Gravenberch, who's playing fantastic. Which, by the way, he didn't play better than Caicedo.
Yeah.
But bygones be bygones. I think he.
But
I'd
Lavia
argue he didn't play better than Lavia, but he played a full 90. So
no, Gravenberch played as well as Caicedo, better than Lavia.
I would disagree with that. But you guys won the game, so
I think he played as well. No, because I think Caicedo played well. I think Gravenberch played well, but I think Lavia was the standout midfielder. He came off, and then Curtis had his goal.
Yep,
like that's how it went for me.
Yeah, Enzo came in the midfield. He was too high up the entire game, and then you guys scored from a midfielder making a run from the inside because
your subs ruined the game for you.
Enzo made, and I wouldn't say it ruined the game, and just where they were positioned ruined the game. We had to make those subs. It's not like it wasn't a necessary evil. We absolutely had to make those subs. Every single one of them was a sub based off of. Every one of them was a sub based off of either injury risk or, that's what it was. It was mostly injury risk is why we had to make them subs. No, it wasn't, Billy.
No, I get that. I get that.
It was before it was before because
you made your subs to start the second half.
Reece James was on the pitch actually though, so we didn't make the subs right then.
Yeah. Reece James came off after, but you made a sub at halftime. You subbed off Sancho at halftime, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we subbed off Sancho at halftime. But that's not ruining the game in my opinion. That whole second goal was created from a Sanchez pass.
Wait, is that how we got the ball back?
Yeah, it was a Sanchez pass.
Yeah.
It's all good, Solomon. We appreciate you, my G.
Solomon, big up. You're a G. Much love. But I still, as far as problems go, people need to just accept Szoboszlai and just hope that because he's the only midfielder in our team that can do is required of our 10 in its current state. 6, that allows Harvey Elliott to be the 10 and find pockets of space. We need our 10 to be mobile and run around a shit ton.
I think you could still get more.
The second goal happened because Szoboszlai.
He's just, I don't know what he does.
I'm not questioning that. I'm not.
No, but with Szoboszlai though,
he needs to do more.
It's interesting to see though. His touch, for some reason, looks like half the player he does for Hungary. I'm gonna be honest. I just watched him for Hungary last week.
Yeah.
And he looks like half the player. It doesn't even make sense. It's like he can pick up the ball for Hungary with a touch and run with it, and he looks great. With Liverpool, he touches the ball bounces off of his feet for fucking 5 yards. It's like, who the hell is this guy? Like, really, I get the engine part of it. I get he does have quite an engine. He's Gallagher-esque in that sense. He's willing to cover ground. But like, what happened? What happened to this guy? Like, he scored a screamer at fucking when he was at Hungary. this last international break. He picks up the ball. He barely looks like he can do anything.
It's confidence. It's confidence.
But is it though?
It's like
is it?
It's
or
confidence.
Is
It's
it the same thing
it's
that
confidence
happens?
in his shooting. It's confidence in his shooting because when he's with Hungary, everyone knows
it's more confidence.
on the team,
I feel like
it's
probably more confidence in the role that he has in the team.
Yeah, it is.
For Hungary, he's the man.
That's probably a better way to put it. Exactly. And so, like, when that shot comes off, there's no better option because he's the guy.
Good, because he's the guy. But he's overthinking it.
Yeah, but he's exactly. He's literally overthinking it. And so when he gets into a good position,
I'm gonna tell you this right
now.
Okay? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you use Szoboszlai like and just using Dejan Kulusevski, they're the same fucking player. And Kulusevski's having a season. But
yeah,
what ends up happening is they're in the same. Salah wants to cut inside, okay? Like that. We all know this. Left foot, he's trying to cut inside, right?
Yeah.
Where Szoboszlai is in his most comfortable is in that same half space.
Right.
So, in the end, he's just not comfortable. So
you say that, and so because Szoboszlai's main job is to get other people to vacate that space with his runs. So Szoboszlai's runs are to drag the back line back or to drag a midfielder away from Salah so he can cut in. That's what happened on that goal. Like Reece James, people are slagging Reece James for that, but Reece James is watching Szoboszlai and Darwin make early runs. He's staring at that, and then Curtis makes a late run. No one gives Szoboszlai
the only reason that's even available. The only reason that's even available is this. Enzo's in the half space when Sanchez loses the ball. Only reason this fucking happens. Because if Enzo is in the pivot with Caicedo when this whole thing happens, Caicedo can track the runner. Since Enzo's halfway up the fucking pitch, you have Caicedo who has to come in and cover the half space, and the ball. By the way, it's a great run by Jones. And to be honest,
great run.
To be honest, I really would expect more from my keeper. Like Allison makes the save.
That's a terrible first touch. Curtis Jones bailed
Allison
out the keeper with
save.
that first touch.
I'm just going to be honest. Allison
100%.
makes that save.
No, he could. Yeah,
Allison
because he comes out for it.
Yep, he'll come out for it. As the cross is coming in, the ball's in Allison's hands. That's the difference on our teams, man.
I don't know that. I think that ball is too come out to it, but I think Allison is blocking it on first contact.
Well, off the first touch, because the first touch wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like off the first
swallowed up. No diddy. Yeah.
Like it's not even getting it. It's not even becoming a shot. Is my point. He's taking it off the first.
Exactly.
Touch.
Correct.
Like that's my point.
100%. Yeah.
But
I agree.
Kudos to you, bro.
But those runs.
Kudos to you, bro.
Yeah. Thank you. But those runs.
I don't think there's anything that we have to worry about.
I can't picture him making those runs.
I don't think we have anything to worry about as Chelsea fans, really. I think we will get right back to it come Newcastle. We'll be fine. We'll be fine against Newcastle.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a great game, though. I think that's going to be a great game. Because I don't think Go ahead.
I don't think it's going to be as good as a game as it looks. Unless Isak really shows up, I don't think it's going to be a game. That's the difference in their teams. In their team is Isak. If Isak shows up, then you have a game. But outside of that, I really think we handle them. I think it's 3-1. And the reason why I say that here is this. The midfield, there's only so much you can do with a running team. Okay? We saw it with our team. Once you start playing these technical teams, and you have a manager who finds the areas of the pitch where your team is at your weakest.
Yeah.
A team like Newcastle, with the lack of technicians that they have, I think I think the way that the game ends up playing out, they're gonna have to roughhouse a goal from us probably. Like
100%. The game's gonna get ugly, and you're gonna
they
have
have to
moments
make
of
it ugly.
brilliance.
If they don't make that game ugly, we batter them. That's the point. They have to make it
Think
an
of
ugly
Newcastle Arsenal. Think of Newcastle Arsenal. Newcastle
without
Arsenal last year.
Botman,
gonna
I
have
don't
to
know
make it
how
ugly.
ugly they can make it. That's the thing.
I get it.
That's the thing.
I think you'll win. I think it'll be 3-2 or 4-2. I think you'll win because it'll be a track meet in a bad.
Dude, if it's a
Like,
basketball game, we winning. That ain't even a question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're winning. And Jolinton's my guy, by the way. So
I think now, bro. I think now teams are gonna, like, after your game, especially, teams are gonna play us low block from this point forward, like mid to low block at minimum. No one's gonna give us space outside of Spurs and Brighton from this point forward. Like in City, of course, but like
teams are giving you respect now.
Yeah, like I don't think that I think they're gonna play us like they were if they were going to play City, or if they're gonna play you guys. They're gonna drop low and counter with Gordon and Isak. Like that's realistically what I think the game's gonna end up being. If they're smart, right? If they're smart, because I don't think that it's smart to leave a space anymore. You leave a space, we will fuck you up. And that's why the whole pressing
teams will
thing
be
is
giving you respect now.
Like you really can't press us like that no more. It's you got to press us in the midfield, right? Because when you press us in a position where Sanchez has to make a pass into the midfield, right? That's where we get caught every time. But if you let us get past that and you don't get back quick enough,
it's over.
You don't have the center backs to defend Nico, or one-on-one with Jaden, or one-on-one with Madueke or Neto, you're getting cooked. Like it's just as simple as that. You're getting cooked. So I'm gonna enjoy that game. I love playing Newcastle. I don't know why. That Newcastle game always is a fun one for us. I'm still saying 3-1. And for your game, what are you saying scoreline wise?
1-0 us. Maybe 2-0.
I think it'll be 2-0. I think you guys get 2 on them. And then you guys just coast. I don't even think it'll be that difficult after that.
I'm concerned on the timing of the goals. It would be nice, but we need to be a little bit more clinical, and we've lost edge with Jota being out. So,
bro, they're so weak
for my guy, bro,
because of injuries. Like they're so weak because of injuries.
They are
like even Shakhtar put multiple fucking good chances on them, bro. Multiple good chances. Like Raya had work to do today, and if he wasn't on his game, that game could have definitely ended differently. I just see 2-0 solid brace, like Concern said, man. 2-0 solid brace.
I see you concerned.
Yeah, 2-0 solid brace.
Nunez scores this week. Nunez scores this week, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think? I'll give you a little bit of time on your Leipzig game, and then we'll close it off.
What game?
Your Leipzig game.
Oh, um, I'm hoping for more squad rotation. So I need to see Simicast. I need to see Bradley. I need to see um start again. Um, and I like we're kind of injuries, but like our backups are hurt. So like there's not going to be as much rotation as I would like. But I think I think we'll be fine. I think a 2-0, maybe a 2-1. I think as long as we can keep Openda out, we should be fine.
Yeah, he's been cooking.
Pace.
I
Yeah,
think
but
he'll be fine
but
though with him.
I think we'll be fine just because the way we play, we're not as open anymore. And like Leipzig's
Yeah,
a
it's
counter,
just like
and
you guys have to make a mistake really with them.
correct.
And you guys haven't been making very many mistakes.
Well, we haven't, but the ones that we have made have been capitalized on. You know, the smallest margins, like
Honest, most of the mistakes
your
have been coming
goal.
from Konate.
They have. You can blame the goal Sunday on Konate, but yeah. So I think I said our defensive structure just limits so many chances. I think we have an extra 2 right now in the Prem. So I'm more leaning towards the side of that being just our tactics and consistency. I think that's part of our new system. So if we can keep that up with limiting the other team's chances, I don't see us having the problem that right now.
Yeah, I see you guys winning convincingly as well. I think it'll be a 2-1 as well in both games. I think you guys get 2-1 out of all of those games. I would like to see you beat Arsenal pretty badly though. That would be nice.
I
But I don't think you guys have it in you to go like balls to wall after 2 goals. Like if you guys get a 2-goal lead, I just think you guys will kind of sit off and control it.
No, I don't think that we will try to control the game against Arsenal if we get up early. I think we will try to put their foot on their neck.
Really?
We haven't beaten Arsenal in the Prem in several years. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see. They're going to be really weak in this game, though. Like
exactly, and
that defense.
I keep telling you, Joe, that there is a beatdown coming. I keep telling you, there's a beatdown coming.
You did say that.
I don't know what game it is.
You did say that.
There. So
I thought that Man U was a pretty bad beatdown, though.
Man U, we were playing with them though in the second half.
I know. All right, it's all right. I think you guys will be on a good run. I think you guys got a good chance for the title this year. You just know, how City is though. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, that's a show.
Why I can't.
Yeah, go for it.
No, just you can't worry about City. You have to win your games. That's all. Win your games. Don't worry about City because City's gonna piss you off. They're gonna get results.
Yep. I mean, that's it. I mean, you got to do your job in the end. Well, that's like I said. That's the show. As tradition here, we end with Kobe. Have a great day, everybody. Go Knicks.
How much more do you want from me?
More.
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking about?